both really good goaltenders, both great defenses as well. But Plattsburgh looked really good last week against Canton. They were flying all over the ice, really fast, just dominating on the forecheck. 7 goals showed it for it. So they continue to do that. For both teams, it's really about staying out of the box. Both teams good power plays. Plattsburgh has 31% power play. Cortland in the mid-20s. So as long as they stay out of the box, we'll see probably a low-scoring game here, Eli.
Well, as we get ready for the first period puck drop, let's get ready for the national anthem.
You first federal credit.
Welcome all into the Ronald D. Stafford Arena, better known as the Championship matchup between the Plattsburgh State Cardinals and the Cortland Red Dragons. My name is Rich Gill, and I'll join alongside me.
Versus the Red Dragons. But it's going to be a good.
Zone, and puck moved around and dumped in, and that one looks like it might go for icing. No, it won't, and it's dropped back, and Plattsburgh takes possession. No, it was an icing, and we will go now down into the Cortland zone. Jeff, what do you think the key factors are for today's matchup for either side to be able to take this one?
Well, Plattsburgh's got to be relentless. I mean, this team is known for dominating their opponent, but Cortland was able to break through that. So they got to keep the pressure up, defend their home ice, and for Cortland, they got to come out going.
Exactly, and now it's Plattsburgh with possession behind the Cortland zone, and it'll be picked up by the Red Dragons. Boards pass, now cross ice as they cross the neutral zone and dump it in and go off for a change. That'll be picked up in the defensive zone. And now Cortland with a steal, looks to center it, unable to get the shot away, but maintains possession. Cross ice pass, both players fan, and it'll be dumped in yet again. Cortland open with a lot of possession here as there's a fight in the corner. It's won away by Plattsburgh. And another little scuffle, but Balfour will come away with it. Cross ice behind her own net, looks to dump it forward, and she will get a friendly bounce, and that one will go down, but it will come all the way back for a face-off in the Plattsburgh zone as that one goes for icing. So far, so good, Jeff. A lot of pressure from Cortland. It has only been a minute, obviously, but a lot of pressure coming out of the Red Dragons.
Yeah, this is what the Red Dragons needed to do, spend a lot of time in their offensive zone, put pressure on the Cardinals' defense, because if you let this Cardinals team put their own offensive pressure on, I mean, this game is as good as over.
Yeah, we all know what they can do on the offensive zone.
I mean, 7 goals last week.
Yeah, it's 7-1, and it was, again, the double overtime for Cortland, and they had a very well-fought matchup as well. As coming down into the offensive zone now are the Cardinals. Drop-off pass, looks to maintain possession flung behind the net, and it's picked up by the Cortland defender. Now kept in by Benjamin, who dumps it in, but it'll get taken away. And Cortland now on the offensive presence, but she'll just jump it in as Cortland goes off for a change. Now Cortland still maintaining the pressure in the Plattsburgh zone as Cho will come behind her own net to pick this one up. Skating through the neutral zone, looks to pass it forward, but the Red Dragons again with great defense to break up that pass. Now dumping out. Chasing down is Benjamin. She will collect, getting harassed behind her own net. She's able to get the pass away. Can't quite clear the zone. Now she does. A little help from a teammate, but still no quite clear-cut possession, and Cho is able to dump it into the Cortland defensive zone. Cortland looking to break out of their own zone. Unable to get it out. Only fall as far as with a shot. That one came from Asa Thompson, and it'll be gloved down quite easy by Molly Gorgon, and we'll have another face-off in the Cortland defensive zone.
Yeah, a lot of offensive pressure from both teams, but goaltender's been kept pretty quiet so far. We'll see if that changes here.
Yeah, I'm expecting this one to start. Definitely have a lot of shots going either way for these two teams, because you know both teams want it quite highly, as Plattsburgh does come in with the past 4 championships, and obviously the Red Dragons are going to want to knock them off. Now skating up is Riggy, looking to maintain the puck. Able to take it into the defensive zone, but it'll be taken away. Now Cortland looking to start their own offense, but they'll just settle to jump it in and go off for a change. And the Cardinals behind their own net. Pass forward and cross ice to Riggy. But it'll again fall only as far as the Cortland defense. So far the Cortland defense looking very, very strong, as the Lasnik sisters now on the offense looking to make something happen, but Plattsburgh does some defending of their own. Pass in front, good tip away, but Cortland will keep the puck in the offensive zone. Another battle for it. It's one away by Plattsburgh on the boards, and they look to clear the zone, and they will. Now close to center ice, won't quite get there, and now Cho dumping it up ice, looking for a pass to Minnesota. It'll go past her. In the corner now, looking out front. That one will hit off of the defender and go all the way back as it's flung back in. But Cortland able to get possession. No, mind me. It's now Boric who's able to take it back. But Cortland again does phenomenal defense. Plays phenomenal. Is good in the defensive zone, Jeff.
Yeah, Bruce, this is something we're used to seeing with this Cardinals team, having to break through a solid defense. And so far, Cortland's been holding.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. As Unsworth skates this one up ice herself, looking to make something happen, but it's great defensive work by a Red Dragon defender as it's cleared across ice. Dump to chase. One out by Cortland. Looks for someone in middle. Will instead opt to hold it out. Skated in herself. Looks to get around, but it's taken behind the net where there's 2 of each team fighting for it. The tussle still happens. Happening. My apologies, as Wall wins that one away and dumps it forward. Now Unsworth looks to just rip one, and then it'll go wide of Gorgon's net. Now Cortland again to dump it out. This one looks like it will go for an icing, and it will, and we'll go back into the Cortland defensive zone.
Yeah, this Cortland Red Dragons team, they have been putting some good defense up. Unsworth is especially a name that they're definitely looking out for. Nicole put the dagger in Cortland's back last season in this championship game, and they're definitely watching out for her. She's already taken 2 good shots.
Exactly, and she showed a very strong offensive presence so far, too. Doing it all herself on that one play. Unable to get the shot away on that one, but again, like you said, phenomenal offensively for the Plattsburgh Cardinals. Now Cho fighting in the corner, able to win that one away, and now circling around. And a shot, that one goes wide, coming off the stick of Lily Stum. Now back defensively, rips a shot, won't quite make it to Gorgon. Plattsburgh maintains possession. Dumped into the corner, where it's met by 2 bodies, one from each team, and it'll fall around where Stum will pick it up and look behind the net. And that one again just goes into the corner. Nothing dangerous quite yet for Cortland, but Plattsburgh's starting to pick up their offensive presence. Look in front to Stum. That one gets cut out. And now Cortland will go on the offense. And instead, they will opt to just dump it and change, as Ashley Davis will put that one off to the side. Now, fight for it at center ice, taken away by Cortland. Coming up ice, it's taken away by Cho, and she'll sling it around to Benjamin. Now Benjamin looking to clear out of her zone, she will. But it's met again by a Cortland Red Dragon. Plattsburgh looking to slow down, maintain possession. Able to, as Riggy tries to dump it past one, can't go to past her, and we're moving back the other way. Only as far as Thompson. Looks cross ice, takes a tip off a defender, someone loses a stick, and it'll be dumped in to the zone by Yarkovsky. Pressure maintaining in the Cortland zone. They are able to clear it away. Now Yarkovsky with it again. Pardon me, that's, oh, nope, that is Yarkovsky. Now Cortland. Possessing behind their own net, looking to dump it forward. And now they have a one-on-one. Great defensive effort by the Cardinals, and they're able to clear. Again, at center ice, picked up by a card. Looking to move into the offensive zone. And they're able to, looking to drop it off. Quick slap shot. That one, couldn't tell if that glanced off the blocker of Gorgon or if that one just went wide. Minnesota drops it off for Balfour. Looks to rifle one. That hits a defender's skate. But she'll rifle one again, and Gorgon with the save. Now there's a tip drill in front, and that one somehow doesn't find the back of the net. Jeff, a lot of offensive presence right now coming from the Cardinals.
Yeah, both teams playing with a lot of heat going early.
Yeah, is that one? I didn't want to cut you off there. That one looked like it might be a great offensive chance for the Cardinals again, but again, that one is kept out, and it looks like there's a tripping call coming here as Minnesota, I believe, is going to the box for tripping. Cortland will be on the power play quite early in this game, and if I did my research right, Jeff, Plattsburgh Cardinals are a very, what's the word for it? They're very prone to penalties compared to other teams.
You know, this team plays with a lot of emotion, and especially as a young team, it's easy to see why they're hungry. They want to defend their title, so they're going to play really very good.
Exactly. As that one goes through, and it'll be picked up by Mia Lasnik, who circles around, getting chased down by one, but maintains possession, cross ice. Now looking in front, drops it to Mia Lasnik, but unable to find the shot away. A diving attempt. That one will be saved by Ashley Davis as the shot came in from Beth MacArthur.
Yeah, she's going to get tested now in goal. Ashley Davis has proved that she's been up to the task before, and see if she can't pick up the rest of her team and help out with this penalty kill.
Exactly. As Lasnik first Wall in the face-off. Wall wins that one, and Lasnik looks to just clear it out, but it won't quite make it out of the defensive zone, and now it will as Mia Lasnik takes over with possession. Looking to get in the offensive zone, circling around, drops it off for Lasnik. Lasnik circles, drops it behind the net. Looks back for Lasnik, and it's a great tip. Unable to clear the zone, but great defensive presence on this penalty kill by the Cardinals. Now Cortland again looking for something, but it will be dumped down, and Gorgon able to come out, and Plattsburgh goes off for a change. Actually, my apologies. I think that went off into one of the benches, Jeff. Didn't quite realize.
Yeah, I mean, Plattsburgh just doing what they can to clear the puck here. Cortland has already had great offensive presence. Now on the power play, they're just trying to keep the score knotted at 0-0.
Exactly, and this isn't as high scoring as I thought it was going to be coming into the day.
No, if you had said in the first 10 minutes there'd be this much offensive pressure, especially, I would not have guessed that both teams' defenses would come to play, considering the offense has been the main showcase for both clubs.
Exactly, and now look in front, can't quite get the shot away as this penalty kill ticks down for the Cardinals, running into each other at the top of the crease, but that one unable to find the back of the net as Plattsburgh still tries to clear. This power play held with well by the Plattsburgh Cardinals. Phenomenal job so far on the penalty kill. As I say that, it drops in front, and Ashley Davis able to save a phenomenal look coming out of Jaden Kelly.
Yeah, this Cortland team has had their fair share of shots, but when you have Ashley Davis in the net there, it's tough to break through on a lot of these. And considering Plattsburgh's offensive prowess, they really do need to break through Davis to have any shot at this game.
Exactly. Davis been phenomenal the past couple weeks, over a month now. She played, I believe it was 6 games on the season, and she's taken that starting spot, and she's proved why she earned it. Now, Red Dragons looking to make something in the offensive zone, circling around, still maintaining the puck. Looking for a shot now. It's a skirmish in front of the net, but the Cardinals are able to come up with it. We're back to 5-on-5 action. And a great penalty kill coming out of the Plattsburgh Cardinals. Now, a deke. Jaden Kelly can't quite find the back of the net. It was a great block by the defensive player. Now, cross ice. Looking for a shot. That one takes a deflection. Scraps in front of the net. Can't find the back of the net is Masota with a great tip of the stick coming out of Gorgon. Now, Plattsburgh looking for their turn to hop onto the offensive presence. But Cortland will put a damper to that mood. Actually, I lied, as now Krosnick looks across ice. And a shot coming in from, I believe that was Masota, gloved down by Gorgon.
Yeah, this has been a goaltender matchup, as we saw last week as well, that both teams playing the entire game well. Offense, defense, and goaltending. This really is a heavyweight bout, and we're seeing that now.
Exactly, and that's why they're here. What we love to see here at the Ronald B. Stafford Arena in upstate New York. On a day of a blizzard, we got some ice hockey. Now in front of the net, circling is Riggy, looks for the pass. That one's taken away, and now we have a 2-on-1 kind of opportunity, but great defensive presence coming out of Balfour, but now she's getting in a fight in front of the net. And not an actual fight, but, you know, a little tussle.
Skirmish?
Yeah, a little skirmish, yeah. A little razzle-dazzle. Now Riggy circling behind Davis, looking to get something set up. Now cross ice, 1-on-1 opportunity, but she decides to just dump it back into the zone. That's Bridger. And now, Cortland looking to gain some possession. Can't quite tell who it is. Now Olshansky, 1-on-1, looks for the backhand. That one goes over Gorgon's net. Still in the Plattsburgh offensive zone, dumping it in to be chased down. That was Unsworth. Only as far as Thompson, able to hold it. But now, taken away, it's a 2-on-1. Cortland looking for an opportunity. He goes for the quick shot. That one's saved away by Ashley Davis. Great opportunity and great look coming out of Quinn Metcalf. No icing as it's dumped down, and Unsworth was on her way, so Gorgon makes the right decision and elects to cover.
Again, it's Nicole Unsworth on there, but the entire team has done a great job having this offensive presence and not letting up for Cortland.
Phenomenal game so far here in Plattsburgh. Now Plattsburgh on the offensive presence, unable to come away with it. That one falls back to Benjamin. Puts it forward, and Plattsburgh coming again into the offensive zone with the pass unable to connect. And now Cortland back looking to counter, but it'll hit off the foot of a defender. And now Masota, 1-on-1, drops it off, looks cross ice. The shot comes in. That one just goes over the cage of Gorgon. It's a phenomenal opportunity from Boric, unable to find the back of the net. Now Benjamin able to take the puck away and move the Cardinals forward. We're looking for a change. Unable to find it. It's great awareness not to have too many men, or women, should I say. Great opportunity again. That one unable to even get the shot away, and Cortland comes away. Now, the offensive presence. Chasing in his Balfour, and that one will go for an icing. 7 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the first period, Jeff. How are we thinking so far?
Yeah, I'd say it's been uneventful, and if you look at the scoreboard, that would certainly seem to be the case, but both of these teams have come out and shown how good of a matchup this is, that these two teams complement each other very well, considering they both play all aspects of the game to the fullest.
Exactly. As one gets dumped down by Cho, looking to chase is McLean. Unable to come away with it. She does get a hit, and possession will come away with the card, circling around the back of the net. And Cortland will come away with possession. Now 3-on-2 as Plattsburgh looks to get back on defense. Keeping it in the zone. Phenomenal work by the offense of Cortland, but it only goes as far as Cho, who's able to do some good stick handling and break them out of their own zone as Lily stumbles and can't quite keep possession. Sorry, I had to. It was too perfect, Jeff.
That was a cheap shot, Bruce.
I had to. I couldn't resist. You know me.
Keep talking like that, you're gonna get yourself into a skirmish yourself.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to get in a skirmish with any one of these ladies. I feel like it would go down very bad for me as it falls in front of the net. And unable to get the shot away. An absolutely fanned shot. I believe that was Yarkovsky. I could be wrong. But it was a great opportunity by Plattsburgh, but didn't quite get the shot right. Now Cortland in the Plattsburgh zone, keeping possession, looking to circle. Drops it out front, and no Red Dragon there, and that one will go all the way down to circle around the cage of Gorgon. Picked up in the defensive zone by Delacour. It's a great hit, and Masota, it'll fall to Masota. Looks for the backhand pass, and a great lifted stick. Won't even get through to Gorgon. Now Masota drops it off. Looking to rip a quick one, and that one's blockered away by Gorgon off the shot by Wazik. Now in the corner. That one will come all the way around to Benjamin, who's able to maintain control in the offensive zone. Circling around the cage of Gorgon, Cortland maintains possession. And now looks to dump it in, but that one kind of fan on that one, and now the Cardinals look to maintain their offensive presence. Chipped out of the zone, all the way down with a great opportunity, but that one will be offsides as the great opportunity coming out of Cortland there. It would have been a one-on-one from Telewicki, but that one will go. I thought it was offside. Maybe it was not offside.
Yeah, both these teams have had opportunities to break through, but it's just so difficult to take them when so much else is going on the ice there that these defenses have really come to play.
Exactly, and I guess that did make sense that was icing. I don't know why I said offside. I kind of just blanked there for a second, but we're back to the game. It's 4 minutes and some change remaining in this first period, still tied at 0 apiece. Wall dumping it in for the Cardinals to give chase. Now looking to wrap it around the boards, blocked out, and maintaining possession is the Cardinals. Looks to rip a quick one on net, and that one will be tipped away by Gorgon. Not the hardest save she's ever had to make. And we are now back to the neutral zone, but it'll be dumped back in, giving chase. That's Boric. Looking to find someone in front, wrapping around. Looks to drop it off. Can't quite find it, and dumped it back into the zone by Balfour. Now, over with Calhoun. Circling around. Looks back. Still circling. And it will fall out of the zone, and Riggy will clear it in and allow for everyone to get back on side and still maintain offensive presence. Now it's picked up by Boric, but a great lifted stick, and now Cortland looks to have a break of their own. Coming down, but that one will just go behind the net, and they go off for a change. Harassed by one, she's able to come away with it. Now, that one will be offsides, I believe, as it's, I see the ref's hand up. That one was a delayed offsides that ended up becoming a non-delayed regular offsides.
Yeah, both these teams clearly just trying to take every opportunity they can get with the offsides called there. Cortland trying to make something happen. And both these teams are going to have to be at the top of the game to break through the other one.
Exactly. A lot of offensive presence coming from both teams, with the defense just as equally good from both sides. It's definitely going to be a nail-biter here, so you don't want to miss it. Now Cortland on the offense. Great takeaway behind the net, but a lifted stick, and Boric, or Wazik, I believe, unable to keep possession. It's chipped out by Thompson, only as far as the Cortland defense, who are able to maintain it in the zone, but it's finally able to be cleared out by Krosnick. Up to Masota. Masota circling into the corner, looking for a teammate, but Cortland is able to come away with it. Now fanning on it, and then retaining possession is Krosnick, who will dump it in after being harassed by Lasnik, and they will go off for a change. Now Boric harassing, can't find anything. And a 2-on-3 opportunity almost there for Cortland. But a defensive presence coming from Plattsburgh as an all-shot opportunity almost came from that, but that won't come. And we are going to have a delayed penalty that will become a penalty, I believe, coming against the Cortland Red Dragons. She's not happy about it, but she will be going to the box for 2 or less, Jeff. It looks to me as if that's Emily Cromer, the assistant captain for this Red Dragons squad out of Angola, New York.
Yeah, and who could blame her for not being happy about it? They've been able to keep this Cardinals offense off the scoreboard for nearly the entire first period, but now they're going to play with an extra skater, and we'll see if this Cardinals team can finally break through on the power play.
Yeah, period clock and the power play clock separated by 12 seconds. Great opportunity for the Cardinals to get on the board at the end of the first period. Look for a shot as Norton slinging across ice, circling now. Looks to make a headway, but can't get it. But possession is maintained, and now Norton looks to race to get there first, and she will. Puck on her stick. She circles, rifles one, saved by Gorgon. Now circling is Benjamin. Drops it off for Norton. Looking for some kind of breakthrough here. Benjamin looks cross ice, and a great stick away by a defender. Forward, cross ice to Benjamin, over to Norton. Norton looks to rifle one, and that'll go right up a stick and out of play into the netting with 1:24 remaining.
Bruce, we saw some pucks in the air last week.
Well, quite a few of them.
And we're seeing more of that today. Some happy fans in the stands, maybe.
Exactly. Always good for a spectator to have a puck. Good souvenir to bring home, especially from the NEWHL Championship game.
Yeah, that's a memory.
Yeah, circling around. Back to Benjamin. Over to Norton. Now maintaining possession, looking for something to break through for the Cardinals as Benjamin rifles one, and Gorgon will make the stop. And another face-off coming in the Plattsburgh offensive zone.
You know, it's been no easy task, especially now that the Cardinals are on the power play, to keep them from putting the puck in the back of the net. But Molly Gorgon has been up to the task repeatedly this season, their fourth matchup, and the Cardinals haven't been able to put up a crooked number yet against her.
Exactly. She's been phenomenal in that crease this year for the Cortland Red Dragons. A very strong reason as to why they are where they are today, Jeff. Now, 1 minute remaining, well, less than that now, as Plattsburgh looks to get something going in this offensive zone before the period ends. Now, looking for a shot. That one takes a deflection. Gorgon didn't see it for a second, but it'll go just wide of her cage. Now, Cardinals circling. Well, looks for a shot. That one will be covered by Gorgon as she does some little butterfly action coming out of her crease there, Jeff.
I guess whatever it takes there, that she's got a tall task on her hands and able to rise to the occasion as this power play is beginning to tick down and get to its last little breath here.
Yeah, we have about 20 seconds or so left on this power play, just under that, as 33 seconds remain in the period as a whole. But we might be going into this intermission at a 0-0 tie, which is something I know for sure I wasn't expecting, but what do I know? I just call the games. Now, circling around is Minnesota. Looks to rifle one. That'll be popped up, and nice little easy pop fly save from Gorgon. And 15 and a bit remaining in the first period. 3 seconds on the power play.
Yeah, see if they can get a quick shot off the face-off here. But if not, like you were saying, we might be going into this intermission scoreless, and I certainly wouldn't have Bailey bet that score after the
Yeah, no, not at all. I don't even. I was too scared to even take one on this game. This is a phenomenal matchup as time is ticking down with 2 seconds remaining. Boric looked to rifle one on net, but that one will pop up and out of play. And we're going into the first intermission here at a 0-0 tie at the Ronald B. Stafford Arena, better known as the Fieldhouse, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, this is certainly a turn of events that no one could have expected. Both these teams have serious offensive presence, and that's a big reason they're there, additionally with the goaltending. But both of these goaltenders able to keep it 0-0. Both teams able to get a penalty kill on the other. This is a really good matchup, and Cortland especially coming in with that chip on their shoulder, able to have beaten the Cardinals 1 point this season, and the Cardinals trying to defend their home ice now like they did twice this season. So
Exactly, and this is the perfect showing as to why they say defense wins championships, because this game is certainly proving that, as the offensive presence is there, but the defense is as well.
all right, so we're going to throw it down to Hunter Kelly on the sidelines with an interview. Hunter, take it away.
Okay. Hi, I'm here with assistant captain and defenseman. Sorry. What's your name again? Kendall Wasick. You made a huge block on the 2-on-1 at one point in the game. How big of an asset do you think that's going to be for you guys going on into the rest of the game?
Yeah, I think it's a big asset because, I mean, block shots win games, and if they would have capitalized on that one, it would have been a 1-0 game in favor of Cortland, and that's just digging ourselves a hole. So to keep that game at a tie game at 0-0 is a big thing right now.
100%. And then you guys got the power play at the end. Obviously, you didn't score on it, but how much does that do for momentum going into the second?
That's a big momentum changer, especially in the last 2 minutes of the game because, I mean, we got some good shots, some good looks, and just got to keep building off that going into the second period, keep pressuring them, getting shots on that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time. Best of luck in the second.
Thank you.
Bruce, Jeff, back up to you guys.
Well, looks like we're Bruce and Jeff. As we finish off the first period, tied game, Cardinals, Red Dragons. How do you feel right now, Pat?
Eli, that was two top teams battling out that first period. I thought Cortland looked pretty good that period, especially in the first half, first 10 minutes. I thought they were all over Plattsburgh, especially when Plattsburgh took that penalty. Cortland was all over them 5-on-5, got momentum on the power play, but good penalty kill by the Cardinals, and 0-0 in the first.
Penalty wasn't really an issue. Both teams split off on penalties, one apiece. And shots on goal. Really, both teams struggling to really get a shot on goal. The Cardinals right now with 9 shots on goals. The defense-wise, defensively, the Cardinals have the Red Dragons in a position. Right now, can they take advantage of open goal opportunities?
Yeah, it was hard to generate very much offense that period. Both teams really defensive. Ashley Davis looked really good for the Cardinals. Molly Gorgon for the Red Dragons. So it's going to be hard to break through and get goals. Like I said, with the power plays, both teams took a penalty. Got to stay out of the box because both these teams are too good not to score at least one penalty. So we saw last week with Canton, Plattsburgh, their only goal they let up when they won 7-1 was on the power play. So stay out of the box. I know it's the championship game. Emotions are high, but stay out of the box. Don't want to get the extra man advantage, and it should be okay.
Well, as we prepare ourselves for some second period action, let's take a break right now, and we'll see you after.
Here, that's Unsworth on the breakaway here, trying to score and score!
Is seeking their 8th national championship.
I'm here with the Cardinals starting center and one of the stars of the game today.
Yeah, not a good look.
The judges and I have been deliberating.
30s, high of 36.
PS News' Jeff Koff looks at one challenge facing renters.
Have you ever had a main character moment? I mean, when you first step in front of the camera. I mean, when you ace that exam. When you publish your first novel.
When you take that shot.
When the moment is yours.
Club International has been of great help to me as an international student because it has allowed me to be introduced to new people from different cultures. Representation matters and we know how to show it right because at every festival, we make sure not only to include representation of one, but that of many different countries. And that is why I am proud to be a part of Club International.
Club International!
To me, the gym means discipline.
The gym for me is part of who I am.
The gym is time to myself.
The gym to me is a place where I can come and clear my mind.
Find out what the gym means to you.
The SUNY Plattsburgh gym at Memorial Hall has the perfect facilities for your fitness needs. From lifting rooms to basketball courts, if you're looking to have a good time or trying to get a workout in, visit Memorial Gym.
This is KINKS, which stands for Collectively Inspiring Natural Hair Students. We like to promote people to embrace their natural hair and just love who they are. Every spring semester we have a hair show, so if you're interested in modeling, hairstylist, and a makeup artist, this is something to look forward to every spring.
Hello, my name is John Lynch. I'm the president of the school's animation club. While other colleges' animation clubs strive to only show just straight anime, our club tries to be something different, as we show a variety of things such as Western animation, Eastern animation, internet animation, films, and so much more. If you want to meet people who have like-minded taste in animation, then feel free to come on down to our club.
Botany Club is a group of students who enjoy learning about and experiencing the natural world, especially plants, through various activities, trips, and service projects. If you're interested in joining Botany Club, please join us at Hudson Hall on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. And for more information, reach out to us on Instagram at Botanical Society SUNY Platts. Hope to see you there.
Ready. Take.
Dance corps makes me feel confident.
Dance corps means to me family.
Dance corps is motivating.
Dance corps means new friends.
Dance corps means old friends.
Dance corps means unity.
Dance corps means creativity.
Dance corps means love.
Dance corps is fun.
Dance corps means friendship.
Dance corps is exciting.
Dance corps is my support system.
Dance corps is my favorite thing.
The sport of jiu-jitsu is mainly for, you can use it for self-defense. That's the number one reason it appeals to people. There's other people who come to this club for the competition aspect, and also a lot of others who do it for the workout aspect. It has multiple ways of appealing to different audiences, and you should come give it a try. You might like it.
Is a great option for students just because, one, you get your late night option, it's open, all day during the day, It appeals to so many different students. It appeals to the vegetarians, the vegans, any student that's avoiding gluten. With the Sundowner being right in the ACC, it's a great place for students to come meet their friends between classes, whether they want to get a quick snack, a drink, and just hang out with each other and have a good time. Good atmosphere, good music, good people.
Welcome back as we get ready to cover the second period preview.
Eli, that was a great period between both teams. We know how good both the teams are. Played 3 times already. All low-scoring games, mind you. 1-0, 2-1, and 3-1. Cardinals taking 2 of those 3. So these are just 2 rivals. They want to duke it out. Both really talented offensively, but we didn't see any offense that period. No goals.
No goals at all. I say, and mostly the credit goes to the goalies. They're holding off the offense. They're trying to eliminate open goal opportunities. It's all the goalies right now. The defense, they're locked down. Offensively, both teams got to wake up. But Plattsburgh right now, they got to come out the gates hot.
Yeah, Ashley Davis and Gorgon have played well in the first 20 minutes, and they played well in the other matchups too this year. Back in February, that not doubleheader, but back-to-back game on Saturday and Sunday. Both goalies played really well, low-scoring games. So expect to see more of that by those two. It's going to be hard to come by goals in this game. I want to see more of Plattsburgh as their speed. They've been fast all year long. They just have their way with their opponents, absolutely dominating. They're always in the zone, just forecheck, forecheck, forecheck. Haven't seen any of that last period, so hopefully they get their legs a little bit more and start applying some better forecheck.
Well, as the second period comes into our rear view mirror, or right in front of us, let's see what were predictions? Who you got getting the first goal of the game?
You know, I think it's going to be Krosnick. She was a
yeah,
little quiet that
you're
period,
reading my
but
mind.
she's been one of their best players all year long, one of the leaders on the team, so I think she'll come through, the captain.
I say Krosnick, maybe Unsworth. We'll see what happens as we get ready for the second period. Let's send it back to Jeff and Bruce.
Just go with fan of the game.
Well, Bruce, it is that time again to highlight Cardinal Country's fan of the game. Arlo Mason can be seen here on your screen on the left there with Bergie taking in some Cardinal hockey. Arlo, enjoy the game and tell your brother Joe Mason we say hi. Joe couldn't be here today, but we know he's watching from back home. So I hope you guys all enjoy the game. If you'd like to be featured on a future broadcast as Cardinal Country's fan of the game, post a picture showing your Cardinal pride using hashtag Cardinals on PSTV and tag @Plattsburgh State TV for a chance to be featured on one of our broadcasts.
It's always good to have people sending in stuff like this. Like you love to see it. You love to see fans, you know?
Yeah, here at PSTV, we want to get everyone involved in the game, whether you're on the crew playing in it or just a fan. And having the opportunity to highlight some fans of the game really is a nice thing that we get to do here, isn't it?
And good to shout out Joe as well. You're here now because Joe couldn't make it.
I'm Joe Mason for the day, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so Jeff just wanted to fire me last week because we couldn't go to Oswego, or because I wanted to go to Oswego, but.
Well, and I admire your ambition, Bruce. But here we're playing Cortland at the Field House today. And Bruce, I do want to take a moment and recognize that it is Women's History Month.
Yep, indeed.
March, and that we celebrate that, and that it's a perfect segue into the fact that these teams have a lot of history, and it's very recent history. 3 games this season, Cortland taking 1 on their home ice, and then Plattsburgh defending their home ice with 2 wins here. But those games ended 1-0 in favor of Cortland, 3-1 in favor of Plattsburgh, and 2-1 in favor of Plattsburgh. The common theme here, besides Cortland only being able to score 1 goal in each of those, is teams defending their home ice in low-scoring affairs. And going back to last year's NEWHL Championship game as well, a 4-3 overtime victory, these teams have been perfectly matched in recent history. And Plattsburgh having the edge historically, but Cortland really stepped up their game and was able to take that win on their home ice and really kind of shake up the culture here in Plattsburgh.
Yeah, I mean, don't hate on Cortland at all. You always see that, like that big number 2 or number 1 next to the Plattsburgh State Cardinals, but the Cortland, they deserve the love and the reason that they're here today, as you were saying, the history behind them. And I knew you were going to bring up that game from last year because you're the one on the call with the great hype overtime goal coming out of Jeffrey Kopp. But yeah, it's a matchup that everyone, I feel like everyone could think and see that it was going to come, that these were the 2 teams that would make it this far. Yes, Cortland had to fight a little harder in their semifinal matchup, but they're still here.
Well, and they're bringing momentum in from that game as well, that you have an overtime victory like that, and it's very easy to come in riding high. I mean, we saw it as the Red Dragons were coming out of the locker room. They were loose, they were having fun, and ready to play today.
Yeah, we got to hear them down there, but now we're back up onto the ice as the puck is dropped, and Cortland able to take in the first of the offensive presence. However, Plattsburgh comes right back. They're going to bring it into their zone, and there's a delayed penalty that will now be called very early into the second period of action. 10 seconds in. Can't quite see who it was that's going to the box, but I do believe that we are going to have a power play as Molly McCabe will be going to the box for tripping. And Plattsburgh now on the second power play. Something they've tended to be, fairly good throughout this season at power plays.
Well, this Cardinals team seems to be good at everything, but Cortland just having a penalty kill at the end of last period and now having to get right back on it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's why you're here, Jeff. That's why you're the brains of the operation. Now Plattsburgh on the offense, looking around, pass over to Olshansky, back to Norton. Cross ice. Looking for some leeway. Cross to Olshansky. Will rip one. It looked like it hit off the pad of Gorgon. Maintaining possession. Behind the net. Now back into the slot. Looks for a shot and a glove save made by Molly Gorgon.
Already some beautiful saves here by Gorgon. And 2 straight penalty kills, having the intermission in between, I'm sure helped. But having to get right back on it, and so far so good for Gorgon in net there, as Cardinals will try and keep this pressure up and get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, having such a good goaltender like Molly Gorgon is definitely has a very strong impact on how well your penalty kills are, and that's part of the reason that Cortland are still in this game right now, as there's a lot of offensive pressure coming from Plattsburgh on the power play, unable to find the net. Benjamin over to Norton. Norton back to Benjamin. Skating in, looks over, can't quite find it, but Norton able to hold the zone. Now, Benjamin circles, looks in front. It's going to be a shot, and sticks go up, but at the same time, Gorgon has it covered, and the ref says no goal, and that will be another face-off in the Cortland defensive zone.
I feel like at the end of last period, and now all throughout the minute and a half this period has been going, we've been talking about Molly Gorgon and how good she's been, but it bears repeating that it is not easy to be in there, and you being a former goalie, I'm sure you could attest to that.
Yeah, exactly. It's fun, but it's not fun at times. I'll tell you that for sure.
I'll tell you what, when you're as good as Molly Gorgon, I imagine it gets a little more fun.
Yeah, that's probably why I never had that much fun. Now Minnesota circles around, pass over, comes back to Wazik. Skates forward, looks for a shot, hits a skate, and cleanup crews in front. But Molly Gorgon again.
Yeah, this is just a clinic she's put on already, and she has seemed to rise to the occasion against Plattsburgh. I mean, just looking at the team that at each individual matchup throughout the season, Plattsburgh usually putting up a crooked number, and Gorgon has kept Cortland in every single game they played, including shutting out these Cardinals in Cortland.
Yeah, but now we're back on home ice for the Plattsburgh Cardinals, where she hasn't quite got a shutout yet, but she's held them to very little amounts of goals with that 2-1 victory and 3-1 victory, but definitely
both games here on PSTV.
Exactly, and definitely a key reason that these Cortland Red Dragons are as good as they are is this penalty kill is ticking down for the Red Dragons. Phenomenal work so far, and they're back to 5-on-5 action, as coming out of the box was and a goal. As I'm saying that, my apologies, but a goal scored for the Plattsburgh Cardinals. Phenomenal offensive presence right as the power play was coming to an end. We see one find at the back of the net, and Plattsburgh will go up 1-0 here early in the second period of action.
Yeah, Bruce, you flirt with fire for long enough, and it's going to burn you. Plattsburgh having 2 power plays close to each other at the end of last period, at the beginning of this period, and they were bound to break through eventually. Gorgon doing her best, but certainly not easy to.
Sierra Wall finding the back of the net on that one. Right after the power play had ended, it didn't matter. 5-on-5 strength is the way that Wall found the back of the net. And the Wall beat the brick wall of Molly Gorgon.
Well said, Chris. Well said.
I hate being corny sometimes.
Well, Joe's not here to do it.
Yeah, that's fair. Now, offensive zone for Cortland, picked up by Plattsburgh and circling around behind the net. Possession given away, but again, back on a stick of a Cardinal. Pass across. That's Stum. Looks up ice. Calhoun looks to beat one. But it's a great defensive effort, and the Red Dragons will come away with it. Now skating back down into the defensive zone of the Cardinals, and that one will go for an icing, so we'll head back down to the Cortland zone.
Yeah, and something this Cardinals team has done, even though they just finally got on the board here, they're still keeping that pressure up, and Cortland struggling to clear the puck and keep it on Plattsburgh's side of the ice.
Yeah, we saw them. They had a lot of great offensive possession in the first half of the first period, should I say, and ever since then, the Cardinals have slowly started to turn up, and like Pat Pfeiffer said at the pre-show before this period, he was looking to see some of that domination on the forecheck, and it's starting to come out here in the second period. As hand pass down to herself, can't quite get the shot away. It's a bunch of bodies, and Cortland will come away. It's a great stick, but it's still picked up, maintained, looking to get a shot away. But a 3-on-1 falls in the possession of the Cardinals as Yarkovsky offers the tip drill through her legs. Cortland will circle around their own net. Dump back in. Yarkovsky now as the puck looks to hold it up. Can't quite keep a handle on it. And then it'll go to the other side. Now, Cortland circling around, looking to dump it behind. And now a pass in front of the net. That one doesn't make it through. But Masota in a tussle for the puck. She'll win it and pass it back. And now Cortland again comes away with possession. Ainsley Delacour to chip it forward. Only as far as Benjamin. But now, Cortland looking for a pass mid, should I say, but a great diving defensive effort coming out of, I believe, Wazik. And now it's a 2-on-1 opportunity for the Cardinals, and Boric can't get the shot away, couldn't keep it quite on her stick to get a good enough shot on net. Now Masota slinging it around, fight for it behind the net, and maintain possession with the Cardinals. Now Cortland clear it away, and almost a good opportunity for Boric, but a good stick from Gorgon, and that one was tipped wide. And now the puck is flung down the ice for icing.
Yeah, again, Bruce, Cortland struggling to take offensive opportunities here as they've clearly got their hands full with this Cardinals offense. I'm not sure what was said in the locker room in between periods, but clearly it has done some good for the Cardinals.
Yeah, the Cardinals holding on to this 1-0 lead with a lot of offensive presence so far. That one goes through everybody, and Gorgon had to make a good kick stop. And Cortland will pick up possession, looking to clear it out of their zone. Great fight for it. And it'll stay around the blue line and be dumped down into the Plattsburgh zone. And that one will go for yet another icing.
Just like I told you. Yeah, this Cortland team really needs to continue their pressure, but it's very difficult to when you're playing against this Plattsburgh team who, despite being well matched up with each other throughout the season, especially here at the field house, Plattsburgh has had the Red Dragons number, and they're trying to buck the trend a little bit here, but there's a reason why the Cardinals have been able to dominate in these teams' history.
Yeah, exactly. And if Cortland's able to pick up the pressure the way they had it in that first half of the first period, I feel like, as I'm saying, and now a 2-on-1 opportunity, but a great defensive effort coming out of Sierra Benjamin, and now Plattsburgh with possession. Coming in on her lonesome is Unsworth, and she'll fire one at Gorgon, who's able to make the stop.
Good shot there, as we mentioned in the first period, Nicole Unsworth. Someone to look out for, and I'll bring up last year's NEWHL Championship again and talk about how she was the game-winning goal scorer, and the Red Dragons definitely, every time she's coming down on a breakaway, have to be reliving that a little bit.
Yeah, exactly, and despite the fact that we've seen a decently even matched game, I would definitely say that Plattsburgh seems to have had more offensive presence and more possession in the offensive zone, but I don't want to have any hate on Cortland either, as they've had, their opportunities as well. But taking a look at it, the shots on goal right now are 20-4 in favor of the Plattsburgh Cardinals.
And a lot of credit goes to Molly Gorgon to be able to keep it as only 1-0, as we saw in the Oswego Cortland game last week. Cortland dominated shots on goal and still went to double overtime to get the win. So a little bit of a reversal here, but seems to be the same result, that goaltending has really stepped up despite the differential in shots on goal.
Exactly. It's definitely a key position when it comes to a sport like hockey, or any sport really that has a goalie. As now Cortland in possession, and to be taken away, and Plattsburgh looks to clear the zone. It's picked up by Danny Donovan, dropped off that shot, unable to go through, and it'll fall to the stick of Calhoun. And we have a whistle. I don't really know what just happened, but half the team stopped, half of them didn't, and we got some kind of a stoppage. Not quite sure what it is, but we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone.
There's so much energy in the game, at some point these teams got to stop and catch their breath.
Yeah, I don't really know what exactly happened, because I saw like 5 players continue skating and the other 5 stopped. So I didn't know what to say. All right, slung around the ice. Picked up by Yarkovsky. Looks to clear the zone. Can't quite get it out. And it will now be with Norton, who crossed ice. Behind her net. Glove down to herself. Looking in front of the net. Can't quite get the pass away. And Cortland still looking to find something here with some offensive presence of their own, but it'll only fall to the stick of Riggy.
Yeah, it seems like they heard us in here saying that they haven't had too much offensive pressure.
Yeah, they're definitely starting to turn up a bit. That's something we like to see as well. And we want a good matchup here in the NEWHL Championship match. 1-0 in favor of the Plattsburgh Cardinals at the moment here in upstate New York. Plattsburgh, to be exact, at the Ronald B. Stafford Arena. Now, Plattsburgh with possession. Minnesota fighting for it. Able to get it forward. Here comes Krosnick. Gets a shot away. Fairly routine save from Molly Gorgon. Cortland looks to clear the zone. Dumps it in. Gives chase herself. Tries to deke one. Unable to get it. It's taken away by Benjamin. Almost great move by Fanny Andeborn, but she's unable to make way. Now dumped in. Minnesota to Chase, who gets taken down hard against the boards. Minnesota's slow to get up. Not something you like to see if you're a Cardinal fan or any fan of the game at that, but she does eventually get up, and we maintain play. We look to get a pass into the middle. Now Boric looks for Minnesota, but it's tipped away and picked up by the Red Dragons, who pass forward, and it will go all the way through, and we will have another icing.
Yeah, something we saw last week here when the Cardinals welcomed the Canton Kangaroos was a lot of physicality from both teams, and it seems like we're working towards that today. That in the first period we saw a lot of it. A little less so far in the second period, but that big hit there, getting everyone physically involved into the game.
Yeah, and that was definitely an unexpected hit that came on Minnesota. I believe it was Jillian Zwolak. That was the one that did bring the hit to Minnesota, but Gorgon with another glove stop. So the physicality is definitely intensifying, and the intensity is growing as we progress through this game with 10 minutes and some change left in the second period. Stum looks to circle. No one in the middle. That was Wall, my apologies, and Cortland comes away with possession. Now, Wall, some great backtracking, able to come away with it. Finds Unsworth. He'll take it into the offensive zone. Looks to dangle one, unable to do so, but maintains possession. The pass back, able to keep it in the zone, catches an edge and goes down, and still hasn't crossed the blue line, and we'll have it back behind the Cortland net. Halfway through this second period of action, here in Plattsburgh, New York. Shaping up to be a good one as Ashley Davis does stop that one, and she's the oncoming rusher and will cover.
Yeah, and Plattsburgh just trying to keep that offensive pressure up, trying to make this 2-goal lead here. But Cortland fighting back now. We saw it in the first period. Cortland dominating a lot of offensive, putting on a lot of offensive pressure in the first half of that period, and then Plattsburgh coming back with it. Seeing a little bit of a reverse here. The only difference is Plattsburgh was able to get on the board.
Exactly, and that lead is a very slim margin, especially when we are in the type of matchup that we're in today in the championship. And so Cortland is going to be looking to bounce back as Ashley Davis makes an easy little glove grab to line up for another face-off in the defensive zone. This game's halfway done, Jeff. It doesn't feel like it, to me at least, but it's slowly, progressively getting more and more intense, and you can tell Cortland's looking for that goal now rather than later.
Yeah, both these teams have played with incredible energy, and it's why the game has felt like it's moved so quick. Both teams just keeping the pressure up and the clock just constantly ticking. But the clock is ticking on Cortland right now, and even though it's only a 1-goal lead, trying to get past Ashley Davis is certainly not the easiest thing. But this Cortland team has proved they can beat the Cardinals, and that's what they're going to try and do here. And the Cardinals are going to try and defend their title. And both teams in great position to do both.
Yeah, exactly. And like I was saying before, I believe Ashley Davis has only played 6 games this year, should I say, relieving Lila Nice of her position in net, which has proven to be, no obviously hate or anything towards Nice, but Ashley Davis has played absolutely phenomenal in the games that I've seen and commentated over. And I don't believe that she was in net when Cortland came through with their win back in Cortland. So that could definitely be another factor as to the outcome of this game.
For sure, and certainly it's a team effort between Davis and Nice that, you work with your team, try and get the best players out on the ice for the situation, and something that Joe had the pleasure of talking with Eli Schiller and Jack Ring this past week. That Cardinal Conversations episode is up on YouTube now, but Eli Schiller mentioned that at the time it was up in the air who would be in goal, and that it's just a team effort, and that these teams know their players really well and work together, and it's not about competing for the opportunity, it's about being there for your team.
Exactly, and that's the key role to any sport at that, is always stick with your teammates, and it's a team sport, so it doesn't matter who's holding the position as long as someone is and they're doing a good job at it. Now circling around with possession is Cortland, who's getting harassed a bit moving into the offensive zone, but they're eventually able to get it down there.
Yeah, Plattsburgh not giving any breaks here, keeping that slim 1-0 lead and doing their best to hold on to it.
Now that one will go down for an icing, and we'll come back into the defensive zone of the Plattsburgh Cardinals with just under 8 minutes to go in this second period of action. Plattsburgh Cardinals leading the Cortland Red Dragons by a score of 1-0.
And going back to the goaltending matchup that multiple times we've had Ashley Davis on the sidelines talking about her mindset for it, especially on the games that we broadcasted here against Cortland, both those home matchups we had on PSTV, and she gave us a lot of insight on that. So she's certainly ready to face off this team, and it's shown so far with Cortland having a goose egg up on the scoreboard.
Exactly, and I also want to draw attention to the fact that the Lasnik sisters have been kept quiet this game from at least what I've seen, as they seem to be a dynamic duo for this Red Dragons team, along with like Fanny Angerborn and other offensive presences. But those three have been kept quiet so far this game.
Yeah, and when you talk about the sisters, a lot of time sports teams can feel like a sisterhood or a brotherhood or just a community. But having an actual sibling on the team, I'm sure, you grow up together, you play together. I'm sure that's helped, and it has helped throughout the season. And when the Cardinals hosted the Red Dragons earlier this season, it certainly showed. So the Cardinals making the necessary adjustments to keep these sisters quiet.
Yeah, but as long as well as the other, obviously the rest of the team as a whole. A lot of offensive threats coming out of these Red Dragons, but Ashley Davis able to make another routine save and cover up as the faceoff will come in the Plattsburgh zone. Actually, my apologies. I completely just didn't see the fact that we are going on a power play in favor of the Plattsburgh Cardinals. I don't know how I missed that, Jeff. Don't mind me, but it does.
No worries. It's tough from our vantage point
Yeah.
up here. We're doing our best to bring you top-notch coverage here.
I do believe that was Amanda Gaffney that went to the box for interference. So another 2 minutes or less in favor of the Cardinals. The odd man advantage, odd woman advantage, should I say, as we have 5-on-4 action. Now, we know that there hasn't been any goals that have came off any power plays yet, but the one goal that Plattsburgh did score was mere seconds after the power play that they had ended, which is basically still a power play as you're trying to regroup with your 5 members on the ice.
Certainly. It's not the first time we've seen this Cardinals team take advantage of those extra few seconds.
Exactly. That's a great pass across. Gorgon able to get there. Not quite sure if the shot did get away, but Olshansky couldn't find the back of the net if she did.
Yeah, that shot missing wide from May Olshansky. A great opportunity there, but good job by Gorgon.
Skirmish in the corner right now.
There it is. I was waiting for you again.
And that one will be called off by the refs because that didn't seem to be going anywhere. Just, could have sat down, had some lunch.
Yeah, get some popcorn from
Yeah.
the concession stand. Like we were talking about that physicality, and I want to say, we certainly don't want to see anyone get hurt here, but both teams playing with a lot to lose today, and neither team wanting their season to end, wanting to punch that ticket into the NCAA tournament.
Exactly, and another face-off won by Cortland, but Plattsburgh maintains possession now. With Balfour, cross ice to Wazik. Now looking forward to Minnesota. Minnesota circles. Looks to drop it off. Can't quite find the stick, but the possession is still in the offensive zone as Wazik fakes the shot, gets the pass over to Balfour, who looks for the pass in front of the net, and there's a tussle for the puck, and it will fall eventually back to Wazik. She looks to circle in herself and tries to fire one on net, and that's off the stick of Molly Gorgon. Ashley Davis comes out to play this one as Minnesota comes back to give chase.
Yeah, Bruce, Cardinals being kept a little quiet besides that shot from May Olshansky, although they get a shot off there. Certainly different from the power play we saw at the beginning of this period, but it seemed they could still break through even after the power play is concluded.
You can see the momentum picking up here for the Cortland Red Dragons. We're back on even strength here at 5-on-5, and this is where the goal came last time. Doesn't seem like it will. Actually, I don't want to curse it as a shot comes away. Gorgon with a save, but that one rolls right off the top of the net. She had no idea where the puck went. Stood there for a few seconds. I think she thought she just had it in her glove, but luckily able to keep that one out with the great defense of the Red Dragons, and we remain at 1-0.
Well, and I imagine you become a good enough goaltender, and a lot of those weird breaks tend to go your way.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when you think I don't know what happened. I just saw I hit her glove and then I hit the top of the net and she like froze for 3 seconds. So I think she must have thought she had it or it went out or something. But thankfully now a break for the Red Dragons. Look for the shot and that one goes wide. No danger for Ashley Davis on that one as Mia Lasnik, the leading goal scorer for the Red Dragons, shoots that one wide with a great opportunity. Now Cortland maintaining possession. Look for the backhand. That one skied over. Cortland bringing in the heat now with just over 3 minutes remaining in this second period. Looking to get something going, but Norton has other things to say. It's, my apologies, that's Yarkovsky, and she'll rip a shot, and Gorgon able to hold.
Yeah, whether it's on a power play or a 2-on-1, Gorgon has been up to the task, minus that one lone goal. But both these teams putting on a lot of offensive pressure now. Cortland coming alive in this back half of the second period. And both goaltenders have done a phenomenal job keeping their opponent from finding the back of the net.
Yeah, shots 26-6 in favor of the leading Cardinals as they are ahead 1-0 in this matchup here on, I don't really want to say Championship Saturday, but it kind of is. I was going to say that. I don't know why that popped into my head, but it sounded cool.
Well, you know, both these teams trying to prolong their season in the NCAA tournament. However, it is Championship Saturday for the NEWHL Championship, so both these teams still playing for a trophy here today. So a lot to win today, and a ticket to the NCAA tournament is up for grabs as well.
Exactly, and you know that's something that everyone wants. As Krosnick goes for the dangle, and a great defensive effort there. Gorgon is able to hold on, but the defense from Beth MacArthur did enough to make it a little more easy of a save.
Certainly, and as Pat Pfeiffer said in the intermission show, he's looking for Krosnick to make some noise here, and that's the second good opportunity she's had, and she's someone tough to keep out of the box score. So,
that's for sure. Yeah, her and Unsworth, like Eli had said, that was both Unsworth and Krosnick have definitely both proven themselves to be dominant so far in this game. Unsworth's had like 6 shots already. Krosnick's had 3 with great looks and passes in front of the net and all that.
Certainly, and our pre-show hosts Eli and Pat have done a great job kind of predicting stuff here. Pat, our first Bailey's Bets winner, guessed the score of the first Cortland game at the field house this semester. So I think Pat might have some psychic abilities here. Not too sure, but he's been right about a lot of stuff.
It's been a good time here in the studio with those two at the desk, but now back to the game with just under 2 minutes remaining. Benjamin looks to rifle one. Look for the tip in front from Calhoun. Unable to find it. Plattsburgh keeps it in the zone with McLean. Now Cortland looks to take it out, and we're going to have a delayed penalty in favor of the Red Dragons. It's not going to be very delayed as that one will go down and Riggy will touch, and we're going to go on a power play now in favor of the Red Dragons. Going to the box is Riley Calhoun. I believe it was for tripping. I'm assuming it was for tripping, and I do believe it was for tripping.
That's actually Nicole Unsworth going to the box.
Oh, it was Nicole Unsworth. Okay. Pardon me. I saw the 0 on the jersey and just guessed.
Like I said, from our vantage point here, it's a little tough to see on this snowy day, although we are inside the field house.
Yeah, the snow from outside's fogging up my vision.
But, you know, Unsworth getting taken out at the end of this period as the clock ticks down. It's certainly big as Cortland will try and even the score here.
And so carry over into the next period. If Cortland is unable to find something now for the 2 minutes or less, that Nicole Unsworth will be in the box. Now circling, looks for this shot. Tried to hurdle, but it won't be able to be cleared out of the zone by Calhoun.
That was an impressive hurdle there, especially on skates.
You gotta have fun, you know? Now circling around the back. Looking to rip a shot. Ashley Davis with the save. Big rebound, but great defensive effort, and that one will be flung all the way down into the Cortland zone where Gorgon debated on coming and getting it herself, but she did not. Now Jaden Kelly. Pass forward. That's Danny Donegan, the captain. Who's met by Sierra Wall with a great defensive effort on the 5-on-4. Looking for a shorthanded goal and unable to find it. Great opportunity on the odd man rush that isn't in their favor.
Yeah, you don't see that too often, especially with how few of opportunities these teams have really had to break through that. There have been opportunities aplenty, but none much better than that, and it coming while shorthanded.
Yeah, that one takes a deflection, almost glanced into the net. Ashley Davis looking to cover as this time will tick down, and this second period of action will come to an end with the Plattsburgh State Cardinals leading the Cortland Red Dragons 1-0 here at the Ronald B. Stafford Arena on this snowy night in Plattsburgh, New York. Jeffrey Koff.
Bruce, you know.
What are we thinking? I want your full, wholehearted opinion about that second period and what you think is going to need to come in that third.
Well, a lot has happened in this second period. Plattsburgh able to take the lead on the power play there. Cortland getting a later penalty kill, and Unsworth in the box to start off the third period. I expect to loom large a little bit, as we saw right at the end there. Cortland takes some momentum and put a lot of pressure on Ashley Davis, really the first time that she was tested that much, that consistently in this game. So Cortland getting some more momentum as the game has gone on, and because it's only a 1-goal lead for the Cardinals, they have to be careful, especially starting this third period shorthanded.
Yeah, because you know Cortland is going to come in hot in that third period, especially with just about 34 seconds or so, give or take, on this power play, where 5-on-4 starting of a period isn't something you want, especially only with a 1-goal lead.
Far from it, but before we get more into that and send it back to the studio, we're going to send down to Hunter Kelly on the sidelines, who has another interview for us. Hunter, take it away.
Hi, I'm here with Plattsburgh's goal scorer for the period, Kira Wall. Kira, on that goal, you're parked out in front. Are you looking for a deflection on that one, or did you mean to knock it down and maybe make it move?
Usually I'm looking for a deflection, but the shot was kind of along the ice, so I was able to collect it and just get a nice shot off, put it in a corner.
Yeah, it was a really nice shot. And then in this third, you guys took control of the shots, you took control of the lead. After you kill off this period, do you look to play a safe game and maintain that lead, or maybe play aggressive and extend it?
I think our goal is to just keep wearing them down, making them tired, and just keeping possession of the puck, keep playing our game. We just want to keep playing how we always play, hard, just keep wearing them down. It's we're getting tired, so.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your time. Best of luck in the third.
Back up to Eli and Pat. Welcome back to the Intermission show. Let's recap some second period action. As Sierra Walls starts it off for the Cardinals, it's 1-0 right now. Plattsburgh. Pat, take it away.
Way better period for the Cardinals there, Eli. We saw they were a little slow in the first 20 minutes, but they were way faster, had a better presence in the offensive zone, and the forecheck looked really good that period. One of the things we mentioned in the first intermission, but that's where their strength, that's their identity, in my opinion, is their forecheck, how they just get in the offensive zone, just pressure, take the puck away, pucks on net. But Molly Gorgon was really good that period, especially with the couple power plays Plattsburgh had.
Well, Plattsburgh right now, shots on goal, 26-7. Plattsburgh is really running away with shots on goal. They're getting the open shot opportunities, and I can give it to them. They came out hot in the second period, and right now, Cortland's down to their last 20 minutes. Think there will be a comeback in there?
I don't know, Eli. They're going to play some desperation for sure. There's a lot on the line here, the NEWHL Championship, so we'll see. But this game's only still 1-0, so it's really anybody's game in these last 20 minutes.
It's really anybody's game right now. Both goalies, they're going off right now. Ashley Davis with 7 saves, no goals allowed. Cortland, Molly Gorgon is going off right now, getting 25 saves, only allowing that 1 goal. She's producing well in the Red Dragons zone, trying to keep Plattsburgh out of the zone. But right now, Plattsburgh found the open opportunity, took advantage. You think Molly Gorgon can really keep Plattsburgh at 1 goal?
I think so. This is the third time we've seen Ashley Davis versus Molly Gorgon in when these two teams have played the 4 times this year. So the matchup is always good, but Sierra Wall broke through, so we'll see. We'll try to get her up soon for the replay. She broke through, though. Molly Gorgon happened to let one up. It happens, but Sierra Wall with a really nice goal, so we'll get that up for you very soon. Ashley Davis played well also. Hasn't faced as many shots, but both these goalies are really good, Eli. 2 of the better goalies in the conference. One of the reasons why both these teams are here in the first place.
Well, here comes the first replay here. This is Sierra Walls. Pat, take it now. I can't really. Sierra Walls with the goals.
Shot in front, rebound, just found his way past Molly Gorgon. She was sprawling. Plattsburgh, not pretty, but they get the first goal of the game there, Eli. And that might be all they need for this one. This has been really low scoring. Both goalies played really well. The defense is solid. Both teams not able to get into the zone that easily.
Both teams really not being able to get into the zone, get some goal opportunity. Plattsburgh, took advantage of it. Power play has been an issue for both teams, but right now, the third period is the period to see. We'll be back with some third period preview after these short messages.
Here, that's Unsworth on the breakaway here, trying to score and score!
and is seeking their 8th national championship.
I'm here with the Cardinals starting center and one of the stars of the game today.
Yeah, not a good look.
The judges and I have been deliberating.
30s, high at 36.
PS News' Jeff Koff looks at one challenge facing renters.
Have you ever had a main character moment? I mean, when you first step in front of the camera. I mean, when you ace that exam. When you publish your first novel. When you take that shot. When the moment is yours.
What am I looking at here? It's a spaceship. From where? From space. All right, people, let's hit these guys with some PSTV. Did not work.
Probably because it's a TV station and not a laser.
Club International has been of great help to me as an international student because it has allowed me to be introduced to new people from different cultures. Representation matters and we know how to show it right because at every festival we make sure not only to include representation of one but that of many different countries. And that is why I am proud to be a part of Club International.
Club International!
To me, the gym means discipline.
The gym for me is part of who I am.
The gym is time to myself.
The gym to me is a place where I can come and clear my mind.
Find out what the gym means to you. The SUNY Plattsburgh Gym at Memorial Hall has the perfect facilities for your fitness needs. From lifting rooms to basketball courts, if you're looking to have a good time or trying to get a workout in, visit Memorial Gym.
This is KINKS, which stands for Collectively Inspiring Natural Hair Students. We like to promote people to embrace their natural hair and just love who they are. Every spring semester we have a hair show, so if you're interested in modeling, hairstylists, and a makeup artist, this is something to look forward to every spring.
Hello, my name is John Lynch. I'm the president of the school's animation club. While other colleges' animation clubs strive to only show just straight anime, our club tries to be something different, as we show a variety of things such as Western animation, Eastern animation, internet animation, films, and so much more. If you want to meet people who have like-minded taste in animation, then feel free to come on down to our club.
Botany Club is a group of students who enjoy learning about and experiencing the natural world, especially plants, through various activities, trips, and service projects.
If you're interested in joining Botany Club, please join us at Hudson Hall on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. And for more information, reach out to us on Instagram at Botanical Society SUNY Platts. Hope to see you there.
Ready. Take.
Dance corps makes me feel confident. Dance corps means to me family. Dance corps is motivating. Dance corps means new friends. Dance corps means old friends. Dance corps means unity. Dance corps means creativity. Dance corps means love. Dance corps is fun. Dance corps means friendship. Dance corps is exciting. Dance corps is my support system. Dance corps is my favorite thing.
The sport of jiu-jitsu is mainly for, you can use it for self-defense. That's the #1 reason it appeals to people. There's other people who come to this club for the competition aspect, and also a lot of others who do it for the workout aspect. It has multiple ways of appealing to different audiences, and you should come give it a try. You might like it.
Downer is a great option for students just because, one, you get your late night option, it's open, all day during the day. It appeals to so many different students. It appeals to the vegetarians, the vegans, any student that's avoiding gluten. With the Sundowner being right in the ACC, it's a great place for students to come meet their friends between classes, whether they want to get a quick snack, a drink, and just hang out with each other and have a good time. Good atmosphere, good music, good people.
Welcome back for some third period preview. Pat, what you got for us?
More of that for the Cardinals, Eli. That was a really good second period. Cortland's going to start out on the power play, though. They got about 40 seconds, maybe 30. So not really, they probably can't do much to start off the period on the power play. They'll start center ice for the face-off. But always good to have an extra man to start that period. Maybe they get some momentum and get their first goal again.
Well, enough from us right here. Let's see what Hunter got for us with some sideline action from his side.
Thank you, Eli. Thank you, Pat. We had a real balanced first period and possession. We're both pretty even, but then in the second, Plattsburgh had an early power play. Gave them control of the momentum. So after 2, we got 26 shots to just 7. They've controlled most of the possession in this one, which is why they have the 1-0 lead. But once again, only a 1-0 lead, which means in the third period, all Cortland needs is one lucky bounce to be back in this one. Back over to Bruce and Jeff.
Thank you, Hunter, as we're back for third period action here in this NEWHL Championship matchup where the Plattsburgh State Cardinals look to go back to however many backs. And Cortland is here to play spoiler, and they're doing a decent job of it so far, holding the Cardinals to only 1 goal.
I mean, this time last year, it was a much different game, still close, but a lot more scoring. And this is it for one of these teams that this third period will make or break unless we get overtime again.
Yeah,
but
I bet you're looking forward to that,
huh? But barring any overtime here, this is it. This is where history is made. And both these teams are going to come out, and I expect them to play really hard and fast-moving. Cortland starting on the power play. They will have an opportunity early in this period to kind of set the table as they're coming in down right now, but with the one skater advantage, they can change that very quickly, although Ashley Davis is certainly not going to make it easy.
Yeah, she's been playing phenomenal in that, and like you were saying, I mean, so far with the power plays, it's as a whole 0 for 5. No one has scored, obviously, with the 1 goal coming just after the first power, the first or second power.
Plattsburgh power play at the beginning of the second period here, third period now, but both these teams able to match up really well, even on the power play. I mean, we saw Plattsburgh almost score a shorthanded goal at the end of the last period during this power play, so you never know what's going to happen here.
Both teams are going to bring the heat in this third period, I can tell you that for sure, so make sure you keep watching as this third period puck drop is about to get underway.
Yeah, this cold day is about to heat up.
Yeah, we're ready for this one, and face off won by Lasnik back to a defender as they look to break into the offensive zone. Plattsburgh has other ideas and slung down behind the net of Gorgon. Back to collect. Cortland looking to break out. Passes over into the offensive zone as they're setting up, and this power play is almost coming to an end. Looking to get an opportunity away. And a great pass in front of the net, no one there to collect. And we're back to even strength as Unsworth comes out of the box. Nothing doing on that power play either, Jeff. I believe that was the 5th one, as I was talking about before. But yet again, 0 for 5 totals on the power play as Calhoun looks to rip one. And Gorgon makes an easy standing save.
Yeah, and Plattsburgh coming out with that heat now. Once they were able to complete the penalty kill, getting a shot on goal there. And like I said, both these teams are going to come out with some heat. And Plattsburgh able to take a good shot there and hoping to keep up that offensive pressure.
As they are now in the offensive zone with Sierra Wall, the goal scorer, to Unsworth, looking for a shot, but that one takes a deflection and goes behind the net. Now we're back there again, looking to break out are the Red Dragons, and they do. It's a foot race now. That's won by Calhoun and Balfour. In a fight in the corner, looking to break it out of the zone, and they will. Now with a 2-on-1 opportunity, she has Sierra Wall across, looks for the shot herself, and that one glances over and out of play.
Prime opportunity there, Bruce, that this Cardinal team wants to bring this to a 2-0 lead here, but the Red Dragons, with their season on the line, not making it easy. I mean, these Red Dragons have unfinished business, and they're not going down without a fight.
Exactly, and a 2-goal lead would be a lot more comfortable for the Cardinals, but as we all know, it's also the worst goal lead in any sport, because then you might get too comfortable, and then, hey, what do you know? It's a 1-goal game again.
Certainly, and such a mental game here, too. I'd imagine more for the Red Dragons, given the history of these teams, but Plattsburgh, as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, a little bit of a culture shock when they got shut out at Cortland with that 1-0 loss. So both teams fighting both physically and mentally here today.
And that was a shock indeed. It broke a 79-game NEWHL win streak, or conference win streak, should I say. So if any team has the opportunity to beat these very hot and dominant Plattsburgh Cardinals, it is the Red Dragons from Cortland as a shot comes away. An easy kick save made by Ashley Davis. Now, fight for it on the boards, on the stick of Krosnick, who looks to clear it in and go off for a change. As the Red Dragons will pick up and look to make some sort of play out of this potential offensive presence, as they'll dump it in and allow for teammates to chase. Now Thompson around the boards and back behind the net, where it's picked up by Jill Lasnik, and that'll only go as far as the stick of Yarkovsky, who will look to break out of the defensive zone. But it's held in. Fight up against the boards.
A little bit of a skirmish there.
Yeah, nice little skirmish. And Plattsburgh will maintain possession in the defensive zone with Calhoun. Around the boards to Thompson. Can't quite clear the zone, but Wozik's there to collect. Now Wozik again, able to clear out of the zone to the stick of Stum. 2-on-2 opportunity here, but great defensive play from the Cortland Red Dragons. Now it's a break for Cortland. Looking to make something happen, goes for the quick shot, and that one glances wide. Behind the net of Ashley Davis, it'll come out in front, and they were looking for where the puck was. I think Davis thought she had it, but she didn't at first, and eventually able to cover up off the, my bad.
Some real danger there, not to cut you off there, Bruce. That I mean, Cortland has taken so many good shots, and Ashley Davis has done a good job defending them, that the last thing you want to see is for them to get an easy one in there. Not that any of these saves have been easy for Ashley Davis, but you'd hate to see it.
Exactly, and now Yarkovsky looking to make something happen in front of the net, and a delayed penalty coming against, I have no idea, as Molly Gorgon is down in her crease. Now going to the box, it does appear to be the Red Dragons going on the penalty kill and the Cardinals going on the power play, as that's Jonna Ezzard going to the box for Cortland for hooking, and the odd man rush will now be in favor of the Plattsburgh Cardinals. Gorgon got taken out in the hooking. She got hooked. Sierra Wall got hooked, and then it caused for her to go crashing into Gorgon. And yeah, we saw what happened there. But she does get up, and will resume play in the Cortland defensive zone. Now, in around Sierra Benjamin. Back over and back to Sierra Benjamin. Looks in front of the net, and that's a goal scored by the Plattsburgh Cardinals. First power play goal of the day, and they make do of it in very quick work as Krosnick, the captain for this Plattsburgh Cardinals team, is able to make it 2 goals for the Cardinals, 1 for herself, and this lead has just grown.
What can I say? Pat Pfeiffer was right. He called it. And this Cardinals team, I mean, if you're the Red Dragons, the last thing you want to do is give the Cardinals another opportunity to score. That's exactly what they gave them with the hooking penalty, and Cardinals able to take advantage of it.
Yeah, what I saw, I couldn't tell if it was assisted or unassisted. I do believe it took...
Unassisted there, Bruce.
It was unassisted? I thought there was a pass. Maybe...
Well,
Maybe
there's a lot going on there
was,
on the power play.
This skirmish.
This Cardinal team always keeping up offensive pressure. It's kind of tough to tell when it's assisted or not, but it really is a team effort. So we want to say all these goals are assisted.
I thought there had to have been some kind of pass. It fell right to her in front of the net.
Well, that's just, I guess, the captain, you know, as the captain, you have a little magic, little spark there, and it certainly worked out in her favor, able to lead her team to hopefully a conference championship here.
As now Unsworth, the one that Eli said, had tried to put a little flair on her movement, unable to get through, and Cortland on the offensive break. Back behind the net of Davis. Picked up by the Cardinals, who look to move it the other way. The lifted stick, there was a deflection, however, no icing is called. Yarkovsky harassing Cortland in their own zone with a great cross-ice pass and a great takedown. And Cortland will move into the zone.
Yeah, and Cortland just trying to do what they can here, now down 2 goals here and trying to keep up the pressure, but Plattsburgh, as they did once they scored their first goal, keeping the pressure up and not letting Cortland back into this game. Still only a 2-goal lead. Certainly the cushion is nice, but job's not done yet that we've seen much bigger leads evaporate.
Exactly. Bigger comebacks have been made. My friend said that one time when he was doing a game, and so I thought I had to say it as respect to him. And another delayed penalty coming. And this one, I believe, is just an icing. Never mind. There's too much going on in this game, Jeff. They're moving too fast for my brain. And
well, it's a big game here. We got a lot going on. So both teams coming out playing with a lot of fire. It's tough to tell sometimes whether it's a penalty or an icing call, especially from our vantage point here.
Yeah, and I saw 2 bodies go down, and the near side ref lifted his arm, so I was like, okay, so it's a penalty, right? No, well, it's just icing.
One would assume.
Now Wazik finds Masota off the boards pass, but it's held in by Cortland. And a shot rifle at the net of Davis, who will collect.
And Davis doing a good job, just hanging in there. has had a lot of moments where she can kind of just sit back and relax, considering the offensive pressure that Plattsburgh has put on. But Cortland not making her day particularly easy, as this offensive trio for Cortland is always a threat.
Yeah, the two Waziks with Fanny Anyaborn and Danny Donovan, always that's a deflection that could have gone in favor of Cortland, and a nice shot, but Davis had her pads down already, able to make the save.
Yeah, and even with a lot going on there, somewhat of a broken play, Davis sticking with it and keeping it out of the back of the net. Just a small example of how good she's been, and it shows why she's so important to this team.
13.5 minutes remaining in this third period of action here at the Ronald B. Stafford Arena. The Plattsburgh Cardinals hosting the Cortland Red Dragons and maintaining a 2-goal lead in this NEWHL Championship matchup. Now puck with Balfour. Pass forward, and Plattsburgh looking to move on the break. All alone, skating into the offensive zone is Emma McLean. The Red Dragons do come away with it, but the zone is held, and there's a little skirmish in the side. I feel like I should stop saying that as much.
I kind of like it.
And now on the break with a great D. A little razzle-dazzle on that one, but unable to find the back of the net.
Great work from Ashley Davis there.
Yeah, that was Fanny Anyaborn, one of the ones to watch for this Cortland Red Dragons squad, and Ashley Davis able to get there for sure. And now a great opportunity in front of the net, and what a stick by the defense of the Red Dragons. Gorgon was out of her crease, and her defense had to come to the rescue, and they did, because Lily Stum was sitting there with a wide open net.
Yeah, the Red Dragons keeping this game closer, 3-0, still not out of hand by any means, but it seems like if this Cardinals team can snatch any more momentum from the Red Dragons, might be lights out for Cortland, and they're certainly hoping to prolong their season as the Cardinals are.
And we'll see what the result is in under 12 minutes. Probably a little longer than that. 12 minutes game time, should I say, and then two more bodies get tangled up and go down, and one of them goes down again, but Plattsburgh is able to come away with it. Board pass up to Unsworth. Now, Cortland still getting harassed by Unsworth. She wants to prove that Eli was right too, and unable to come away with it. Cortland coming into the zone and given right away to the stick of Nicole Unsworth. I'm saying her name quite a bit recently. Now Yarkovsky gives chase. Tangled up on the boards, looking to maintain the zone. Fight for the puck behind the net, and Cortland will be able to clear. Yep, they are able to clear. But Yarkovsky has other ideas and tries to bring it right back into the offensive zone.
You see this relentless effort from the Cardinals, doing whatever they can. They clearly understand how much this game means, and clearly understand the best way to win it is just keeping that pressure constantly.
Minnesota with an opportunity, looks for the cross-ice pass, and a great defensive effort, and that one's taken away by Beth MacArthur. Now that goes behind the net of Molly Gorgon. Giving chase, pass forward, able to clear the zone, but only as far as Norton. Looks up ice, finds the stick of Minnesota. Minnesota looks for a teammate, and they'll drop it off to Balfour, who rips one quick, and that'll hit the body of a defender and not make it through to Gorgon as Cortland picks up possession. Nice move by Jill Lasnik as she looks up ice, but unable to maintain possession. Cortland able to hold the zone with Molly McCabe. Now she's diving to try to keep it in there, but Krosnick comes away, looks for Minnesota, broken up by Jill Lasnik. Mia Lasnik given away to Julia Minnesota, and Cortland with possession in the defensive zone.
Yeah, we're seeing this Cortland defense really come alive now and hold the Cardinals on some good opportunities here. And, the defensive end has held up since the power play, but the offense has to find these opportunities and make them happen. But Plattsburgh staying relentless here, not giving those opportunities easily.
Yeah, don't think this game's over just yet. As Jeff you were saying before, during our before the first period, The Cortland Red Dragons have scored in every matchup between these two this season. I mean, it was 1 goal every time, but
Hey, 1 goal was enough to win one of these matchups, and right now 1 goal would be enough to cut the lead in half.
Exactly.
So you never know what's going to happen here with these Red Dragons, and they made it to this game for a reason.
yeah, exactly. They're not here due to any kind of fluke, and they're putting up a fight. They don't want to go away quietly, and could you really blame them?
Yeah, I mean, especially after such an intense matchup against Oswego last Saturday, that this team wants to keep moving, wants to keep the momentum up, and they're doing what they can right now to prolong their season.
Now dumped in for Cortland to give chase, picked up by Benjamin, and wrapped around behind the net of Davis. Cleared out of the zone, giving chase to Sierra Wall, but dump back into the zone. Now, fight along the boards in front of the Plattsburgh bench. Able to be cleared out and giving chase. Sierra Wall looked for a teammate, but elected to dump and chase instead. Cortland coming away with it. Boards pass forward only as far as the stick of... I blanked there for a second. My apologies. Bridget Orr.
A lot going on.
I had a brain fart.
A lot going on in this game. A lot to keep up with, Bruce. I can't say it, but I mean.
Yeah, I looked directly at her jersey and was like right to the stick of it. My brain just shut off.
Well, you know, these teams coming in with so much speed and so much action.
As you're saying that, the puck is, we couldn't see it, but it's able to be dumped out by Molly McCabe. And
yeah, I didn't want to cost you a goal call there.
I'll give it to
you.
you.
A lot of trust me, I got my fair share.
The brain fart I had
year.
earlier. That was.
But just so much going on in this game, so much speed. It's tough to keep up with, you know. Certainly from a broadcaster's point of view, that trying to keep up with everything going on here, these teams are coming out and playing hard. So Bruce has been doing a great job with it.
Hey man,
as
thanks,
he has all season.
You do a great job with everything.
Appreciate it. A lot of camaraderie here at PSTV. And speaking of camaraderie, another shout out to Joe Mason, who could not be here today. But he's usually in this chair, and you guys have both done a phenomenal job this season, as has our sports director, Pat Mahunik, and everyone involved. So shout out to you guys here.
And shout out to our executive producer / my color guy today, Jeffrey Koff.
Well, you know, I couldn't stay away from the booth for so long, so I had to find my way back when Joe wasn't going to be here.
Oh, I don't blame you. I don't blame you in the slightest.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun up here.
Now Balfour looks to dump it forward to Unsworth. Unsworth goes for a little dangle, but the defense was too strong, and Cortland looks to pick up possession as time is ticking down here in this third period. 6 minutes remaining for the Red Dragons to try to find at least 2 to bring it to overtime, 3 to win it. But the possession and presence so far of the Plattsburgh Cardinals has been too strong, as Ashley Davis able to make the save off of the shot from Jordan Kelly.
Yeah, with goaltending like that, it's certainly not going to be easy to come back into this game. Cortland really has their work cut out for them. Not that they didn't have their work cut out for them coming into this game, but now with 5 minutes left and 6 minutes left, a little less than, and a 2-goal deficit. Not the easiest task.
Yeah, not at all. And I feel like Jaden Kelly for Cortland's been a name that I've said quite a bit this game, and trying to help out the other key names that we tend to hear a lot. And so far, Plattsburgh able to hold them at bay as Masota looks for a cross-ice pass, and it's broken up. Now Cortland. Every second they see this time tick down, they realize how much quicker they need to move and find one ASAP.
Certainly, and this stoppage in play will give them a little bit of time to reset. Expect them to maybe take a timeout some here soon, just stop the clock and regroup a little bit, and maybe see them pull Gorgon from the net just to try and get something, especially if they can catch Plattsburgh napping and maybe get a power play here.
Yeah, I'm not a big watcher of college hockey necessarily, but I watch the NHL quite a bit, and they have 2-goal leads, especially in a game this big. The goalie tends to get pulled around 3.5, 4 minutes remaining, give them more time with the extra skaters. So we'll have to see if that is something that the Red Dragons and Rick Filiggera decide to do, decide to do or not.
And we haven't seen a lot of success on the power play, especially for Cortland having an offer today. But you never know, that extra skater might make the difference here and could bring this game back for Cortland, as it still is really close. You said a 2-goal lead is the most uncomfortable one in sports, because you catch yourself napping a little bit, you get too comfortable. And so far so good for the Cardinals, but it only takes a little bit to tie this game up for Cortland.
Exactly, as Olshansky gives Jay's puck's given away. Looks for the backhand. Gorgon with the glove save. It's rebounded. But a great defensive effort by Cortland to clear the zone. Now, Cortland, a nice little deke by Balfour, but that one hits off a body of a defender and will fall only as far as Riggy, who will dump it in and allow for the Cardinals to chase. Now, for them to want to pull Gorgon out, they're going to need to get some offensive presence going. As I say that, they do now. They look for a quick shot, and Davis rebounds and great awareness to cover that up.
Yeah, good job by Davis there. But you're right, they got to create some offensive presence to give them a chance to pull Gorgon. As we saw when the men's team faced off against Geneseo on Saturday, we saw an empty net goal.
Yeah.
So certainly Cortland is not looking for that to happen. This Cardinals offense can make it a reality quick, but that might be the recipe for success here. You got to take the risk sometimes.
Exactly. Now Danny Donovan, yeah. Now I'm just I'm having brain farts. I'm second-guessing myself, and it falls to Boric, who looks to dangle.
Well, Bruce, it's been a long season, and
yeah, it's been a long day. It's been a long weekend.
For a lot of these games, so.
Yeah, but let's hope this isn't the viewers' first time hearing my voice, because they probably wouldn't want to hear it ever again. And,
don't sell yourself short, Bruce.
It's a great shot, and a rebound by Davis, and Danny Donegan looked for that cleanup opportunity, unable to find it. Now Plattsburgh on the break.
Some real danger there for Davis. That's twice now in just a little bit that some rebounds have gotten a little distance from her. The first she was able to cover up, but then that one right there. Some danger and some momentum for Cortland.
Yeah, that one was bobbled and definitely could have gone the wrong way if not dealt with the way that she did. 2.5 minutes, just over 2.5 minutes remaining in this NEWHL Championship matchup. If Cortland's going to have to get something cooking soon here, Jeff, or it's going to be all Plattsburgh for another year running, as they don't get the opportunity to pull Gorgon when the puck's right in front of her.
Yeah, and this seems to be the recipe of success for Plattsburgh. It feels like every time that we're at one of these games, this Cardinals offense spends so much time in the offensive zone, and even with a 2-goal lead here, it's been imperative for them to get it, as looks like we're going to get a timeout here as Cortland trying to regroup here, maybe coming up with a play to clear this puck and get Gorgon out of the net, maybe come up with some trickery here, and just trying to get on the scoreboard with little time left in this game. They got to make something happen here, Bruce.
Yeah, Coach Filiggera using his timeout to see what he can't get cooking up here, as I did just see a skater come onto the ice, but I also see Gorgon standing in the middle of their pack. 30 seconds remaining in this timeout, and Plattsburgh has had the better team today. I would say that Plattsburgh has had the more dominant team, outshooting Cortland tonight so far 31-14, and I don't want to sell Cortland short because they have also played a phenomenal game, but I do believe that Plattsburgh has played better hockey tonight.
Well, we see these teams, Plattsburgh #1 in the conference, Cortland #2 in the conference, that so far the scoreboard has gone the same way with Plattsburgh up on Cortland, but it's close. And both teams coming out and playing a phenomenal game, but the 2 goals on the scoreboard, the increase, the differential for shots on goal, we are clearly seeing Plattsburgh playing their brand of hockey here, offensively dominating, not giving a lot of chances for the other offense. I mean, offense is the best defense, according to some people, and the Cardinals really do take that to heart, and we've seen that today. So despite Cortland's good attempts, Plattsburgh able to have a lead here late.
And you got to think Coach Filiggera is trying to do whatever they can to win this face-off and get the puck into their offensive zone to get Gorgon out of that crease. As now, Danny Donegan give it up to Boric, who will just dump it in and waste as much time as she can as we approach 2 minutes remaining in this NEWHL Championship matchup here in upstate New York, Plattsburgh to be exact, where they're hosting the Cortland Red Dragons, and the Cardinals leading 2-0 in this one. Not a lot of time remaining. A great stick by Cortland as they look to get any kind of offensive pressure going. Circling behind the net, and the extra skater is on, and the net is empty. Gorgon is on the bench, and we have a 6-on-5, folks, here with just under 1:30 remaining. A good old skirmish in the corner, probably one of my last times saying that this year. Drop back pass, back received, shot. That one goes wide. And Cortland looking to maintain possession, chipped over to the left-hand side. Now, pass across, great pass, and Mia Lasnik rips a shot on net. Great save by Davis. And 1 minute remaining. They need something soon here as Davis gets a shoulder to that one. Now, McCabe tried to rifle a shot on net. That one's getting deflected all over the place, and Lasnik looks to put one in front of the net, and that'll pop out into the neutral zone where McCabe will collect, and they're trying to get something working now is Lasnik. Not the best idea, and now Krosnick looking to have a breakaway, but great defensive presence by Cortland, and that's popped up to the backboards. Under 30 seconds remaining here in this game. Cortland, desperation time if it wasn't already. Looking to find something. That's Jill Lasnik behind the net. Looks out in front, going for a pass. Shot rifled on net. Ashley Davis with the save. And it's going to be covered with 10 seconds remaining. I don't want to say it, but I gotta say it because of 1980. Do you believe in miracles?
Bruce, the Cardinals on the cusp of making history.
Well, not miracles in favor of Plattsburgh, but I'm saying 10 seconds, 2 goals, that's a miracle.
It could happen, though. These teams have left everything out on the ice so far. In Cortland, even though there's only 9.4 seconds left, you never know what's going to happen. It's not over until that timer ticks down to 0, but the Cardinals on the cusp here.
Exactly. I'd always wanted to say that line. And now with 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0, the Plattsburgh State Cardinals will be reigning champions of the NEWHL Conference for 5 years running, Jeff, as they defeat the Cortland Red Dragons. Back-to-back seasons, I'd like to say that the Red Dragons made it here, but they defeat Cortland 2-0 in a fairly dominating fashion, I'd like to say.
History made. Plattsburgh Cardinals are going back to the NCAA tournament. They have played a great season and capping it off here with a NEWHL Conference Championship. As you said, defending their title here as they are able to take down the Cortland Red Dragons again. And as they have slain the dragon, now they get to go into the castle of the NCAA tournament.
I like that. I like that. It was a phenomenal showing. However, from the Cortland Red Dragons, they played absolutely great hockey, and to make it to the NEWHL Championship is no small feat. So all props to them. But the Plattsburgh Cardinals proving why they are the team to beat when it comes to this conference, and 5 years running and 70 or probably like 90-1 now. It's just astronomical numbers, and yeah, the trophy is going to be lifted here at home ice in the Ronald B. once again.
The conference runs through Plattsburgh. This Cardinals team throughout its history has been dominant, especially in the past couple of years. The job's not done yet. They have their work cut out for them in the NCAA tournament, but today is going to be about celebrating a great season and a NEWHL Conference Championship, again taking down the Cortland Red Dragons as it was a well-fought game, that it was everything that we could have asked for. A good game, a lot of offensive pressure from both sides, but Plattsburgh able to defend their title, something they have done now for 5 straight seasons, and it's time to celebrate if you're a Plattsburgh Cardinal.
Yeah, and I would expect this Cortland team to be right back where they are next year. They have a lot of their talent is very young talent. You see Molly Gorgon coming in as a freshman, Jill Lasnik, a junior, Mia Lasnik, a sophomore, Fanny Anyaborn's only a freshman. All this talent coming out of Cortland are all young players who have a lot of time to improve. So fair play to them, and I expect to see them right here, same spot, right, obviously in the Ronald B, of course. But
as I said, the conference runs through Plattsburgh.
Exactly.
But Cortland having their window of opportunity now. There's a reason they're back here after last year, and this could be a matchup we see for a couple years now, given the talent on both sides of the ice. But Plattsburgh able to win this one, able to defend that title, and great day if you're a Cardinal fan.
Exactly, and I heard we're going to the NCAA tournament.
That NEWHL Championship punches their ticket for it.
No, I'm saying us. We're going.
Oh, we're going.
Yeah, we're going. We're going to broadcaster, right?
We'll see. We'll see for sure that.
Where is it? Do you know? Do you know where Frozen 4 is this year?
We'll get our producer on that
Yeah.
to figure it out. And if you want to stay up to date with Plattsburgh State TV scheduling, follow at Plattsburgh State TV on social media and on YouTube. We'll see what's in store for Cardinals sports and what we have going on, as it looks like we're getting the trophy ceremony coming up.
Yeah, it's something it's become basically a ritual at this point, Jeff, that we sit here. Well, not me. I wasn't here last year, but I wish I was. That would have been pretty cool, but I was lazy. So, but we
Well, you're here now, Bruce.
Yeah, I'm here now. I'm getting to see one, finally. Up close and personal. But yeah, we're going to get this. Do they just take it out of the case that's upstairs and then bring it back down?
At this point, they might as well. Yeah. This team certainly not. This is not a foreign concept to them. This trophy ceremony honoring some of the players from each team as well. But, the expectation for this Cardinal team every year is to be here right now. And we saw them go pretty far last year and hoping to finish the job this year. The work is not done yet.
Yeah, and you'd think winning a conference championship, you could just sit back and celebrate, but no. Well, tonight, yes, but progressing through into the NCAA tournament, there's going to be teams that they've never even seen before or necessarily heard of, and it's going to be not that Cortland wasn't a great task for them to have to fight through, but it's going to be teams that they haven't played against, different play styles, just all around different games.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen, and that the teams that the Cardinals have faced in the NEWHL Conference have been some great competition for them, but it only gets tougher here as you narrow it down. That this Cardinal team has their work cut out for them, and they're going to do whatever they can to bring home another national championship to the Ronald B. Stafford Ice Arena, bring home that banner, and to be done.
Do we know if there's any kind of schedule yet?
And looking earlier today, there's been no announced schedule for Plattsburgh specifically. Granted, when I looked, it was before this game today, so we weren't able to see. However, rest assured that this Cardinal team will be playing for some big stuff, and that PSUE will keep you updated with it whenever we can. Now you see them celebrating their conference championship as a team here as Cortland exits the ice after a well-fought battle. All props to Cortland here, no ill will whatsoever as they played their hearts out and left it out on the ice. But Cardinals able to celebrate here, take home the conference championship, hoping to have another celebration like this in the coming weeks with a national championship.
Yeah, and if you want to see where these Plattsburgh Cardinals are going to be placed, I just looked it up because, big brain plays.
Technology, isn't it great?
Exactly. In exactly 8 days. Exactly 8 days, which means March 12th at exactly 5 p.m. is Selection Sunday.
Gotcha.
So that's where, if you're a Plattsburgh fan, which I'm assuming you are if you're watching Plattsburgh State TV, you'll be able to see where your Cardinals are going to be placed in the NCAA tournament, which is no small feat, no small task, and something to look forward to. I should have looked to see where it was. I didn't look at that part, but we might go. If I can convince Jeff, you might have us down there giving some good commentary, trying to outdo some of those bigger stations.
Well, here at Plattsburgh State TV, we take pride in our heart, and we have an amazing group of people here that I have the privilege of being the executive producer for. And we have a lot of fun here and want to bring you the best coverage we can. And although we might not have as many resources as the big guys that we're competing with, you better bet that we're going to have the best coverage that we can give you, and put a lot of heart into this, don't we, Bruce? Have a lot of fun with it.
Every time. This is one of my favorite things to do.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, as certainly one of my favorite things to do, too. That's why I applied to be executive producer here. That it's a pleasure to get to work with everyone in these broadcasts, and in our broadcast in particular, having Eli and Pat for our pre-show, and the hosts of the Eli and Pat Show coming to you Monday at 7:30. Keep your eyes peeled for that. But everyone involved in
They got a show?
The Eli and Pat Show. You're not keeping up, Bruce? Episode 1 is coming out on Monday.
I'm excited. Are they talking about hockey, do we know? Plattsburgh State hockey?
Talking about the World Baseball Classic coming up,
Oh,
Super
yep,
Bowl,
yep. Oh, yeah.
and the NBA trade deadline. But
Okay, so
they got a lot of good
pro
stuff in the
okay.
pipeline, and they will have a lot to talk about in the future.
Almost like that show starting lineup from last semester. It's been a
sensing a little bias here. That starting lineup was a lot like the highlight.
Oh,
So
here we go.
Let's
here we
respect
go.
our elders here.
Yeah, but then what happened on Live Night? Anyway,
like I said, we have a lot of fun here.
Yeah, it's always a good time. We try to stay professional, but at the same time, we would rather we have a good time. Why are you laughing at me?
We're just having fun here, Bruce.
Yeah. I'm just kind of rambling. I feel like I'm saying the same things.
Well, and we're having fun here as the Cardinals. I hope we're having some fun.
Yeah, they won, we won. We're
exactly
the Cardinal casters.
And on PSTV this season, as Bruce blows his own mind with the Cardinal casters.
Yeah. Look at us go. Look at me.
But the Cardinals going undefeated on PSTV this semester. That our first game was, I believe, on February 2nd, February 3rd, was one of these games against Cortland on home ice. That was on February 3rd, to be exact, our first game of the semester. So it's like both the men's and women's Cardinals teams going undefeated on PSV. Bruce, I think we're a good luck charm.
I think we are. We're just them.
We're PSTV.
Yeah,
but the real
it's
hero.
sad though. It's sad because this is my last ever No, we're going to the NCAA tournament. I don't care what Jeff says. We're making a trip down. We're bringing
that, Bruce. If you want to go, I am not going to hold you back.
Bringing Pat and Eli. I'll make Jeff come. I'll give him $20.
Well, I mean, when you put it like that.
An ice cream cone.
Dude, you already made the sale.
There we go. We're going to, I think it's in Utica. It's in Utica. Pat, Eli, if someone can give us word if they'd be down to go. It looks like, I hear that they're giggling, so we'll see you in 8 days.
Well, let's focus on here and now, Bruce, before we make promises we can't keep.
I did it last week. Why do I have to change now?
Well, we got a good TikTok out of it as well, at Plattsburgh State TV on TikTok, if you want to check that out, where that Saturday game, I was in the director's chair that day, and staying very professional and screaming into the mic at you. Sadly saying that we were not able to go to Oswego, but that was because we have this game here and have the pleasure of
How far away is Oswego?
It's like 4 or 5 hours.
Oh. See, I was hoping it was like 2. So we could get down there and set up really quickly. Maybe. I'll rent a private jet and we'll get there lickety split. I also want to big shout out Bruce Carlin and John Chambers. Every technical difficulty that happened, it came down to Jeff and those two. So a massive shout out to them. I know for a fact I wouldn't have known how to fix anything, and so that's why they're here and they do a fantastic job at it.
Well, it's very nice to have Professor Chambers and Bruce here helping us out every step along the way. That none of this could be done without their leadership and their technical abilities as well, keeping us going. Their expertise, yep. As even today, dealing with our fair share of technical difficulties, but they kept us in it, kept us going, and keeping us on the air.
Yeah, we were cruising right along, and it's a happy day in Plattsburgh. So we got, what a better way to spend St. Platty's Day than with a NEWHL Championship title trophy win.
I mean, of all the things that you could do on a Saturday, watching the Cardinals get this NEWHL Championship, or for the players winning the championship, I mean, how much better does it get here besides a national title?
Yeah, and like the Cardinal casters, like.
Yeah, and we're having a fun time being able to watch it, being able to be a part of it, and you know, it truly is an honor to be here for such a dominant and historically good team.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to write a letter to the NCAA and tell them to put us in D1 next season.
I mean,
and see what happens.
Run for their money. That conference really has run through Plattsburgh, as I said it.
I will come back and do this again, even though I will be out in the real world. I don't even know where.
Hey, the Dirty Burg is always going to hold
the
a
Dirty
good place
Burg.
in your heart.
Yeah, I grew up here. It's sadness and happiness all on the same day.
Bittersweet feeling here, as we do have a group of seniors, Bruce and I included, who this is our last NEWHL game that we're going to have the pleasure of broadcasting and being able to be a part of. However, the next generation of PSTV is already among us. That Eli is here. We have some wonderful PSTV crew members.
Pat's old like us.
Yeah, Pat Pfeiffer will be leaving with us, but rest assured PSTV will be in great hands, and that we will continue to do hockey coverage and other sports coverage as well. As I hope that as we move away from COVID, that we will have the opportunity to cover more sports, as well as we've been a little bit limited for the indoor sports, basketball specifically. It's been a shame that we haven't been able to cover the games live. However, that's a decision that came from upstairs. But rest assured that PSTV wants to give coverage wherever we can. That you know, as executive producer, at least I think that PSTV is a reflection of the campus, or at least that's what we should strive to be. And this campus clearly cares about its sports, whether it's hockey, track and field, basketball is a huge one, baseball, lacrosse. That we want to be there for everything. Can't forget our soccer team too.
Yeah. So, but with that, Jeffrey Koff, it has been an absolute pleasure all year doing this with you, whether it be with, you know, either you upstairs or you down here. But we have Hunter Kelly for one last interview of the season.
Hi, I'm here with third period goal scorer and Plattsburgh team captain Sarah Krostic. Sarah, you got on the power play. Obviously, special teams are big for you guys tonight. When it comes to the power play specifically, though, is the focus more on the quantity of shots or the quality of shots?
I'd say quality over quantity for sure. We gotta make sure that if we're gonna get it off, it's gonna be, we have a better chance, because if we're just shooting it to shoot it, there's a better chance that they can get it out of the zone and waste time on our power play.
Absolutely. And then 2-0 game, your goaltender comes away with a shutout. What can you say about how well she played tonight?
I mean, she did awesome. I had a feeling that she was going to have a shot tonight. Can't say anything to her before the game, but she did. She proved herself like she always does, and she killed it back there.
Thank you for your time. Go celebrate with me. That's all from me, guys. Back up to the booth.
Thank you, Hunter. Well, as we wrap up this broadcast, a NEWHL Championship for the Plattsburgh State Cardinals, as we see two of the players hugging on the ice there, celebrating. Bruce, it's been a great day. A 2-0 victory, a dominating win for Plattsburgh, taking the shots on goal, winning that 31-16, able to keep the pressure up, as we saw a phenomenal game here today, and history made. And Bruce, I can't think of a better way to finish out our broadcasting careers here at Plattsburgh State TV. That you never know what is in store moving forward, but at least for the NEWHL season, that this is it for us. And it's been an absolute pleasure to work with you, work with Joe, Eli, Pat, Hunter, and everyone else who's been involved. That it has been a pleasure to bring you Cardinal hockey here on PSTV, and I hope you stick around for next season, because it's only going to get better from here.
Yeah, and it definitely has been a lot of fun. And like you said, shout out to every cast, crew, everybody that made these productions happen. And it has been a lot of fun, and I'm going to miss it. But I'm going to go into the real world and adult now.
Yeah,
and maybe come back every now and again. See if I can't hop on a broadcast.
That's the
Maybe
hope
they'll
for
let
us.
me call it when I'm like 35, you know, and maybe I come back. But it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, and that'll do it for us here. I'm Jeff Koff, joined alongside Bruce Juno. Bruce, it's been an absolute pleasure. You want to?
I just waved to the camera and then forgot we don't have one right now. Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Jeff, always a pleasure with you, whether you're upstairs or down or next to me. Joe Mason, it was a pleasure with him all year as well.
Yeah, and let's throw it back to the studio with Pat and Eli. Folks, it's been a pleasure to bring you Cardinal hockey. And we'll go to Pat and Eli now. Guys, take it away.
Well, thank you to our wonderful broadcaster back in the field house for, wonderful play-by-play. SUNY Plattsburgh, their 5th straight title. They're happy. They punched their ticket to the NCAA tournament. Pat, let's get it.
3 words to describe this team, Eli. Dominant, relentless, and historic. This is one of the best Cardinal teams we've seen in a while. That's one of the reasons why they won 5 straight NEWHL Conference Championships in a row. Just like Jeff and Bruce said, they punched their ticket to the NCAA double tournament. But it was like we saw with Hunter Kelly interviewing Sarah Krosneck. Her goal, the second one in the game, was a big one, and it gave insurance for the Cardinals in that one.
Let's see that replay right now. The second goal as Plattsburgh patting up their league.
Yep, here it was the first goal of the game, actually. It was Sierra Wall, shot from afar, somehow beat Molly Gorgon there, sprawling about. Nice goal there. First one for the game for the Cardinals in the second period.
Right now, the Cardinals are coming out hot out of the gate with that first goal, trying to patch it up with a second goal. And you know who already got that second goal.
It's the captain. I called it earlier, Eli. Sarah Krosneck. She came through when the Cardinals needed her most. She was awesome in this game. Let's get that replay up there just in a moment. Here it is. Plattsburgh on the power play. Sarah Krosneck right in front. Finds the loose puck past Molly Gorgon yet again, giving Plattsburgh a 2-0 lead, and that was all they needed in this one, Eli.
A shutout game, a defensive game for Plattsburgh, keeping Cortland out of their zone. Plattsburgh, 31-16 shot on goals. Power plays, they only got 1 goal out of it. They went 1 for 4. But penalty-wise, they limited it. We know Plattsburgh as a heavy team to get penalties, but this time in the championship game, they limited the penalties, took advantage of the power plays. They went off.
Yeah, and one of the big reasons why Plattsburgh is even here is their goalie trio. Chloe Woman, Lila Neese, and Ashley Davis have been awesome all year for them. Ashley Davis, the past 3 matchups against Cortland, only let up 2 goals in 3 games. Utterly unreal. Molly Gorgon was great as well, but Plattsburgh, the Cardinals always find a way to get that goal when they need it. They're good in all areas, offense, defense, and goaltending. So this will be a really dangerous team in the NCAA double tournament.
Especially with the defense. The defense stopped any open shot opportunities. Plattsburgh's defense locked down Cortland. And Ashley Davis was just enjoying the time at the beach at this point because it's just 16 saves. She had a perfect save percentage. The defense has to get the credit. Without the defense there, this would have been a whole different game.
Yeah, Plattsburgh, we know they're an offensive team. They get so many shots every game. They had 60-plus last time against Canton in the first playoff game, 30 again today. But the defense is also really solid. They suffocate opposing offenses, always keeping the puck out of danger's way for Ashley Davis. So it's one of the big reasons why they're here, Eli.
It's really one of the big reasons. Sarah Krosneck, Sierra Walls, really the credit that goes to them for getting the goals, securing the win, securing a spot in the NCAA tournament. With the number 2 seed, Plattsburgh has an advantage coming into this tournament. I feel like they will make it far.
Yeah, they're hot. Only lost 2 games all year long, but these are the big guns, Eli. We're going to see some really good teams in this tournament, so I'm excited to see how Plattsburgh stacks up against these other teams. But 5 straight conference championships, great for them, awesome, well-deserved. They play great all year long, and they should enjoy it.
Well, as Plattsburgh celebrates their 5th straight title in the NEWHL Conference, it's NCAA tournament time. So we would like to thank all of you viewers for watching. Subscribe to the YouTube channel at Plattsburgh State TV and follow us on all our social media platforms. I'm Elazar Perez with my co-host, Pat Pfeiffer. I'm going to miss you.
Miss you too, man.
And to see more of us, catch us on the Eli and Pat Show, 7:30, first episode. Until then, enjoy Saints Platties Day.